Hey, nothing like my dog having a reverse sneezing fit the second I go live. Oh, live. You gotta love live. Welcome, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Chloe says hi and happy Wednesday too, in spite of her coughing fit. Oh, you gotta love it. All right, how's everybody doing? It's been a minute. We didn't have a live last week because why didn't I have? Oh, because I actually was with my girl gang, my clients at the gym, and we went and visited with Dr. Kelly, our pelvic floor physical therapist, whose live you may have seen several weeks ago. We went to her office, her gym, and did some work and learned some things from her there last Wednesday. So I was not here live with you last Wednesday. I apologize for that. And just in case I forget to mention it later, I will not be live again next Wednesday either. I will be at the rehearsal dinner for my buddy Devin's wedding. So I will be back after this week. I will be back, sweet baby. I will be back on Wednesday. I believe it's the 29th. Yeah, Wednesday the 29th. I'll be back. And we will be talking about my 3 favorite supplements for muscle growth. Hold on, Chloe's trying to get comfortable here. Okay. So I hope you will join me then. So let's get rolling on this one. We're going to talk about post-workout recovery. Today, it's a question I get a lot. And so let's just do it. So hold on, let me get my phone recording here. Okay. All right. Chloe says we're ready. So let's do it. Post-workout recovery is something that I get asked about all the time. It is basically, what do I do after my workout? What should I eat? Should I stretch? What do I do if I'm really sore? All that kind of stuff. Well, we're going to cover all of that here today. So as we go, if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, please feel free to post those down in the comments of this video. The more comments and interactions we can get on the videos, the better. If you're here watching now live, go ahead and give me some hearts or some thumbs up on there. The more we can get, my dog is literally licking herself right now. I'm trying to do this. Y'all, I just, live video. I'm not even sure if y'all can see her, actually. You might not be able to, but my phone can see her. So anyway, please react, please leave comments, say hey, whatever, ask questions, all the things down in the comments as we get going, or even if you think of something after the fact, feel free to come back to this video and post and whatever. Okay, so one thing I wanted to start out with is a really big misconception that I want to clear up. And that misconception is that if I am not getting sore, sorry, my dog. That misconception is that if I am not getting sore, I must not be working out hard enough, or I'm not getting a good workout. And I want to completely clear that up right now. That is not how it works. Being sore is not an indicator of a good workout. And then likewise, not getting sore is not an indicator of a bad workout. Soreness is a sign of a change in stimulus on your muscles. So that change could be you're just doing a different movement or a different exercise. That change could be that you've changed your rep range. Maybe you were doing 10 and now you're doing 15, or even the other way around. Maybe you were doing 15, but now you're doing 10 and the weight is heavier. And then again, just heavier weight, you've increased weight. Maybe you've added sets, or you're just doing a longer workout in general. All of those things can cause soreness. Another thing is that sometimes soreness can be an indication of poor nutrition. Like, for example, lack of protein or just not enough protein. You might be missing nutrients in general. You might not be hydrating well enough. So your goal for any workout should never be to chase soreness. If you are chasing soreness, you're doing it wrong. Ideally, we are teaching our body to adapt to what we're doing, and we're not getting as sore until we, again, like I said, change the stimulus, until we change to a new exercise. Maybe you're going from a standard split squat to a Bulgarian split squat, and that's increasing the demand on your muscle, and it is causing some soreness. Maybe you're going deeper in your squats and you're feeling it more in your adductors and your inner thighs. things like that, maybe, whatever. So soreness should only happen when those things happen. Soreness should not be something we want to have happen all of the time. And if you do have it all the time, like I said, you need to go back and take a look at why that you shouldn't. So check your nutrition, check your hydration, check your protein, that kind of stuff. So that's first and foremost. I wanted to clear that up and get that out of the way right off the bat, because I hear that all the time and I see it in Facebook groups all the time. So with that aside, now you've just completed your workout. So now what? What are you going to do? The first thing that I want to recommend post-workout is some stretching and some mobility work. So most stretching should be saved for the end of the workout when your muscles are warm. This is the ideal time to get better, deeper stretches. So a lot of people will stretch before their workout, and that is something we used to do. I'm old, so growing up, we always stretched before workouts, but now we know stretching should be saved for the end of a workout. In the beginning of a workout, your warm-ups should be what we call dynamic stretching. So they should be movements that are taking you through the full range of motion of the joints that you're going to be working in that workout. So for example, if it's leg day, then your dynamic movements should be things like body weight squats, where you're getting way down, all the way down low, the full range of motion. Don't cut them short, especially if when you have weight, if you're going all the way down low into depth, we definitely don't want to cut them short in our warm-ups. You want to work those joints through the entire range of motion. I always recommend some side lunges as deep as you're able to go. You want to move side to side. You want to move up and down. We want to make sure we're moving in all the planes of motion, all the directions, in order to properly warm up our muscles. So notice that none of those things are stretches. So post-workout, after your workout, I'm referring to static stretching. So it's just things where you're just sitting and holding a stretch, like touching your toes, for example. You're sitting on the floor, you reach out, you touch your toes, and you hold it for 10, 20 seconds, whatever you want to do. Those things are dynamic stretches. Those things are static stretches, and they should be saved for the end of a workout. Dynamic stretching should be done pre-workout. Perfect, Allie. You got it. Exactly. So if you have any other questions about dynamic stretching versus static stretching, I am happy to answer. Maybe that's another topic for another live we could do. I don't know. If you'd be interested in that, tell me. I can work on that. And then mobility work is not the same as stretching. So mobility is, it's kind of involved, I guess. But in mobility, we're talking about like our joints and things, not just things like touching our toes. We're talking about like working through, like a lot of people have very tight thoracic and cervical spine, like neck and upper back, because a lot of us sit in this position a lot, right? We sit and we're typing, or we're on our phones like this, and look at what my shoulders and everything are doing, and we kind of get locked in this position. So there's a lot of mobility things that you can do to help open that up, to loosen up that upper back and things like that. So static stretching and mobility are fantastic things to do after your workout. Required after your workout? No. Good to do after your workout? Sure. And then dynamic stretching is in the beginning of the workout. It's just working through movements versus stretching the muscles. Like I said, we stretch them after we get better, deeper stretches. Okay, so in addition to stretching and mobility, adding in some soft tissue work can also be really helpful. So by soft tissue work, I mean foam rolling, even the lacrosse balls that a lot of people like to use. You might use like little mobility tools, mobility balls, things like that, and where you can kind of just work that muscle. You're just kind of feeling, massaging almost that muscle using the tools like the foam roller and lacrosse ball or whatever else. These are also great to do. Sometimes it just feels really nice. And sometimes also it can kind of help sort of disperse lactic acid that is built up in the muscles, which in some research says that is what is causing your soreness. Some research says it doesn't. Sometimes you just can't keep up with what's true and what's not. But in original school of thought has always been that lactic acid buildup is what is causing some of our muscle pain. However, some of that has been disproven on some level. So anyway, that's a whole nother A whole nother topic that I can get into another time. But soft tissue work is great. If you would like recommendations on any other tools for soft tissue work, I actually have a just literally just this week, I have an Amazon storefront now where I have an entire folder dedicated to mobility tools and things that can help with soft tissue work that just plain feels nice. Can also really help dig into some tight spots in your neck and your upper back. I use it a lot for. So let me know if you would like access to that. I'm happy to share that link with you. Okay, so now let's talk about nutrition. This is probably the biggest question I get is nutrition related post-workout questions. So if I'm going to cover a little bit here, but feel free to ask more questions or make more comments down in the comments of this post and I can get to them. Since I'm not on Zoom today, I'm actually on Facebook Live. I can see your comments now. So that's pretty rad. I can hopefully start to respond to them in real time. So anywho, so before your workout, so I'm talking pre-workout, we should be eating carbs and protein. Post-workout, we should be eating carbs and protein. Both carbs and protein should kind of anchor or bookend our workout. Carbs post-workout will stop the cortisol response that our body has when we exercise. Because remember, if you've seen any of my other lives, I talk a lot about how exercise is considered a stressor to our body. Even though we might exercise to de-stress our brain, our body senses it as a stressor. Think getting chased by a tiger. So we want to stop that cortisol response because extended cortisol can be catabolic, can eat at our muscle, and we don't want that. So you want to get some carbs after your workout to help stop that cortisol response. And then protein is going to help with the muscle repair process, which then in turn is going to help you with your recovery. So fats, you might be wondering, what about fats? Carbs and protein, and we have fats. Fats should be eaten outside of your workout window. Fats are slower to digest and they kind of occupy your body with digestion rather than having your body send what it needs to send to the muscles for recovery. So keep fats quite a ways before the workout, quite a ways after the workout, not around the workout. So an example of a post-workout meal might be something like cottage cheese with fruit or Greek yogurt with fruit. Or some people will do their workout and it bumps right up against a meal time, like dinner, for example. Maybe you work out right after work and then you go eat dinner. So great, that's super easy, right? You can have some chicken breast and some veggies or, whatever, like a meat and a veggie or even, potatoes or whatever, something like that. So your carbs and your protein. So the other piece of nutrition is to make sure that you are always really well hydrated, because hydrating can help reduce inflammation in the muscle and also helps to make sure all those nutrients are getting delivered to the muscle for muscle repair. So any other nutrition questions on recovery, let me know. All right, now supplements that we can use for recovery. One that I recommend, I feel like this has been coming up a lot in my world lately with my clients and everybody, is creatine. I'm not going to get too much into creatine because, spoiler alert, I'm going to talk about creatine next week when I talk, next week when I talk about my 3 favorite supplements for muscle growth. But creatine is another one for recovery. It helps with muscle growth as well as recovery by assisting the muscles in the muscle repair process, and it draws water into your muscle. So make sure you're well hydrated when you take creatine. Because it pulls that water into your muscle, you want to make sure you have enough water in your body to support that. And like I said, I'm going to get more into creatine next week, so I'm going to kind of leave that there. So make sure you check back in next week if you want to hear more about creatine. Ali says, what kind of time frame should we be eating the carb and protein pre and post workout? So a little bit person dependent on when you should eat, like what the window is. After the workout, as quickly as you can, as soon after the workout as possible. Try to get it like within 30-45 minutes. Now, before the workout is a little bit different because there are a lot of people that have a lot of different reactions to food before workouts. So some people cannot have food in their stomach at all when they work out. And so obviously if eating prior to your workout is going to cause you to have a not good workout, don't do it. But if you are okay, personally, I could literally eat right up to the second. Sometimes I'm literally eating while I'm warming up deadlifts. And I'm not even kidding. I can probably provide you video of that. I can eat, it doesn't even bother me at all. But if it does, just time it to where it does not bother you. If it does not bother you, trying to get those carbs and protein about an hour before your workout is pretty great. But it's give or take. It's very much dependent on how you feel. And what your stomach can handle with your workout. But after the workout, try to make sure you get that as soon as you can after the workout. In fact, I a lot of times will take Greek yogurt to the gym with me, and I keep it. We have a fridge at our gym. I just keep it in the fridge, and as soon as my workout's done, I'm eating my Greek yogurt in the car on the way home. So as soon as you're able to eat post-workout is the best. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to see what any other comment. Nope. No other questions I missed. Any other questions? Go ahead and keep adding them, y'all. I could talk all day if you let me. All right. Let's see. I lost my spot here. Creatine. Okay. So other supplements that can assist in recovery are things that improve sleep, like magnesium glycinate. That's about 150 to 200 milligrams a night. Sleep is when we repair. So if you have poor sleep, you will have poor recovery. Make sleep a priority. Okay, that is going to be top of the line. If you're noticing you are consistently sore and consistently, fatigued and whatever, it should stand to reason. If I am always tired, I should check my sleep. So not only sleep quality, but sleep quantity. So how long are you sleeping? And is it 7 hours of shitty sleep, or is there some good deep sleep going on there? If you have a tracker, you want to be between 13 and 23% of your sleep should be deep sleep. If you are consistently at 5% deep sleep, that's an area of improvement that can really make a big difference in a lot of parts of your life. So make sleep a top priority. Let's see. I just saw Casey posted something here. I need an empty stomach to work out. Yeah, see, a lot of people are like that. I was just talking to Bonnie this morning too, and she was saying how she can't eat or she can't work out with anything in her stomach. But it keeps like moving. Protein shake and a Rice Krispie treat. Hell yeah. But I'll smash some food after. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Oh, Justy's the same way. Yeah, cool. All right. Okay. And my last piece of recovery advice that some people are great about, a lot of people are not great about, is that you must take rest days. I cannot say that enough. You must take rest days. Working out 7 days a week is not impressive. It is not cool. No bueno. No working out 7 days a week. You are limiting your gains. You are preventing your body from recovering, which is preventing you from growing muscle, and it's going to lead you to overtraining. I recommend working out 5 days a week at the most. I personally prefer 4 days a week. And then on the days that you're not working out, you can do what's called active recovery. So active recovery is not the same as sitting on the couch and letting your thumb click through Netflix. That is not active recovery. Active recovery is take a walk. Active recovery is a slow bike ride. It's doing some yoga. It's playing with the kids or playing with the dogs. It's taking a hike. It's go shopping and walk around the mall. It's just getting your body moving, but it's not a workout. You're not getting your heart rate increased. You're not struggling to do it as you would in maybe a standard workout, but your body is moving. So that is active recovery. So 5 days a week at the most. I personally prefer 4 days a week, if not 3. So I have a lot of people that do 3. I feel like 4 is kind of the sweet spot though. And then active recovery on your other days. Yeah, man. Allie says she loves yoga for active recovery. If y'all don't have, if you tried to see me do yoga, you would LOL so much. But during COVID, actually, I pulled up some Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. So if you're curious about yoga and you'd like to maybe get started and you aren't sure where to start, I highly recommend Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. And she's got all kinds, just tons and tons and tons of shit on there. And it's stuff that starts with the absolute basic beginner. And myself and my son attempted to do yoga. attempt. I use that phrase lightly. Hilarious, but we tried it and we did the best we could with it. But it is great, and it is relaxing. It is de-stressing. It is decompressing, which reminds me about a live that I have coming up in a few weeks about stress. Drop the link to the yoga. Yeah, man, I can totally do that. But yeah, it's just YouTube videos. It's free, and she has all levels of things to do. So if you're an absolute beginner all the way up to experienced, you have things to do. Oh, Chloe is emerging from her cocoon. Hello, Chloe. So that actually is, I'm just looking here. Yeah, so the last thing I finished this with is the active recovery, and the not working out every day will help to keep your hormones in check. It'll help promote repair and recovery of your muscle, and just basically leaving you overall feeling good. So again, no live next week. I will be actually with Devin, who's here live with us now. Whoop, whoop, Devin. I will be with Devin at her rehearsal dinner, getting ready for her wedding. So, congratulations, Devin. And, so I will not see you here next Wednesday, but I will be here the week after, and we will be talking about my 3 favorite supplements for muscle growth. If you have any ideas on topics that you would like to learn more about, or topics that I can cover in these lives, please, please, please leave those in the comments down below, because I basically pretty much always struggle with what to talk about here. So if you have any thoughts, I would love, love, love to hear it. Thank you, Allie. Allie's got that Yoga to Adriene link in the comments there. Beautiful. So yeah, let me know about more things you'd like to talk about or learn about. Even if it's just like kind of a generic topic, I can build it out. There is no wrong answer here. I always appreciate your thoughts and ideas. So thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Drink your water, eat your protein, go do something rad and adventurous this week, and I will see you in 2 weeks.